One of the most common technical support requests we receive is related to batter overlaps. When this happens, you will receive a message reporting overlap issues. Your automatic boundary for your model may not have been applied, so your model doesn't look nice and clean. If you're outputting a Civil 3D surface, the software will create circles with numbers representing the location of these overlaps. Now, although these messages may appear, in a lot of cases, ARD has actually resolved the overlap issue. At this curb return, you can clearly see that the batter is overlapping, and that is because the slope on the batter has been set to 1 in 4. Generally, when automatic curb returns are formed, we add a batter at a 1 in 1 slope to avoid overlap issues. So let's see what happens when I output this total model surface to a Civil 3D surface model. Straight away, you can see a message box appearing related to the boundaries not being able to be created because of the overlap. And I receive these circles and pink lines are created representing the location of the overlap. Now, although the overlap exists, if I turn on the triangulation for total model, you can see that the software has actually resolved the overlap issue for me. Now, although the software has been able to resolve this particular batter overlap, if I go to another location on the road, you can see another batter overlap existing. However, the software has not been able to resolve the overlap issue, and the triangulation looks quite messy. Now, there are a number of ways to resolve overlap issues. I could change the slope of the batter through this region. I could create an alignment and send the batter out to a string to control the width of the batter. But if those two methods don't work, then my next option is to use Model Builder to trim out the batter at this particular location. And that's what I'm going to show you now. I'm just going to turn off the mesh for Total Model. And what I'm going to do is run the Model Builder command and create a new model that uses the auto model or total model as the base. And I'm going to call this batters fixed. Click OK. So what I want to do is trim out a section of the right batter here. I do that by selecting on the Edit button, and the road I want to edit is my road. The tool I'm going to use is Edit Trim by Selection, and how it works is I pick a chainage range and then I pick what codes I want to exclude within that range. So I'm going to select my range just before the overlap and just after the overlap, and I'm going to tell the software to exclude the RBAT code, and you can see straight away that the software has removed the string from that section, and the overlap no longer occurs. When the model is built, the string will just interpolate over that region. So if I click OK and select on Build, I'll just turn the triangulation on for batters fixed. You'll see that the triangulation looks a lot better and we don't have that overlap occurring anymore. So if for whatever reason Advanced Road Design has been unable to create an automatic boundary for you, you can go about fixing up the boundary by adding one manually. If you're working with a Civil 3D surface, you can do that via the prospector. Right click on boundaries and select to add, and then you can specify the polyline you want to use. I generally tick off non-destructive break lines so that any triangle that my polyline intercepts will be removed. If you're using Advanced Road Design on AutoCAD or BricsCAD, via the Surface Manager, you can add a boundary to your model as well, similar to Civil 3D. The other option you have is to delete the triangles delete the unwanted triangles from your model as well. You do that by drawing a polyline, and any triangle that intercepts that polyline will be removed from the model. So thank you for watching this short video on batter overlaps in advanced road design.